Hey everyone, it's Robert and you're watching Sidestep Adventures, and I'm with the cemetery dog here. It's not my dog, just a random dog in a cemetery. He actually lives right over at the house next door, but came to visit. But today I'm at actually an old church graveyard that a friend of mine has some family buried out here, and he told me about a couple interesting graves and told me about this place, said I should come out and film it. So here I am, so we're gonna take a look around. Oh, one of these. Hey now. Okay, that's enough. Here's JNO. What does JNO stand for? B. Phillips. November 9th, 1835 to January 1st, 1907. A Masonic grave. And here's Jane P. Phillips, born April 30th, 1843, and died January 4th, 1912. And over here, this is a pretty interesting grave that my friend Stephen told me about. So this grave is, there's something about a story of it being too bright right here. So this grave is covered over so it's not so bright. Is Charlie, son of Boss and Jesse Shellhouse, born November 1st, 1908, and died April 15th. Looks like 1930. Let me walk over there and make sure that's 1930, but that's pretty interesting the way that that grave is set up there. Yeah, best I can tell, that's 30. It looks like either it could go many different ways, but it looks like 30, so that's what we'll call it today. There's a child right here, uncover. It says infant son of Boss and Jesse Shellhouse, died September 27th, 1916. And there's one big old happy dog. Here's one that's a handmade stone. Is Jesse M. Shellhouse, born April 17th, 1886, and died November 26th, 1955. There's an unmarked pea gravel stone. And so this is the Shellhouse section of the cemetery right here, it looks like. And this is a pretty big cemetery, so we're not going to look at all of the graves out here, but I'm going to show you another interesting one in just a minute. One that's got a spooky legend around it. First, we'll walk over here and take a look at this stone that kind of sticks out here on the edge of the cemetery. It's Ed Powers, born January 23rd, 1888, and died October 28th, 1913. Precious darling, he has left us. Left me, yes, forevermore. But I hope to meet my loved one on that bright and happy shore. In the bottom, oh, this is a Woodman of the World Memorial. This cast iron gate here has certainly seen better days. It's got a crown on top of the stone. I haven't seen that before. Eliza W. Hill, wife of J&O. I gotta think of what the that's short for. Now I'm drawing a blank right now. J-N-O-G Mangum. Born October 29th, 1818, and died August 24th, 1890. Though lost to sight, to memory dear. Here's Sally Pinson. That name sounds familiar. I don't remember where I know that from. Wife of George Miller, born September 7th, 1859, and died September 10th, 1899. She has reached the heaven of the blessed and realized immortal joy. I wanted to walk in here, look inside this cast iron fence. It's J.W. Nichols, it says there, and I gotta point this out real quick. Look at all the little gravel on the ground. I love these little gravel pieces. This is Mary Jane, wife of J.W. Nichols, born August 12th, 1836, and died December 14th, 1876, aged 40 years, 4 months, and 2 days. And here's James W. Nichols, born July 27th, 1832, and died May 5th, 1885, aged 52 years, 9 months, and 8 days. There's an epitaph here. She was ever Christian, like in this life, and died in the faith of the Lord. His last days were made peaceful by that ease of mind felt in humility and love for his Maker. It says, children of B.F. and A.E. Coleman, we love these tender little ones and would have wished them stay, but let our Father's will be done. They shine in endless day. Here's India Leadline, born November 8th, 1837, and died May 31st, looks like 1889. This is hard to read here, even with the light. It looks like Theron. I can't make that out, it's so worn right there. Born, it looks like 1885, and died 1886. All right, over here's a pretty interesting grave. We've seen, I think, only one other of these on video, but this is a Woodman of the World stone, so it looks like a tree trunk. Which these are always pretty fascinating to see. I've seen a couple of them in my lifetime, but only got one other one on video before now. So it says Woodman of the World Memorial. And this is George W. Shaddles, born October 2nd, 1893, and died December 31st, 1936. Having finished life's duty, he now sweetly rests. So this has to be one of the most beautiful stones that I've seen in a while. Actually, all of these are quite impressive. But this is a really fascinating memorial right here. Hate to see it's been broken. It's a tree trunk with ivy on it and fern. says Maud S. Barrett, June 26, 1890, died June 15th, 1905. The bottom it says Maud. The epitaph reads, Maud's little hands, I miss them so, all through the day wherever I go, all through the night, how lonely it seems, for no little hands wake me out of my dreams. I miss them all through the weary hours, I miss them as others do, sunshine and flowers. Daytime or nighttime, wherever I go, Maud's little hands, I miss them so. Another interesting grave out here that I don't know the entire story of. My friend Steven told me that I think one of his great aunts is actually buried out here. She died pretty young, took a whole bottle of medicine like aspirin or something, and that was back in the days before they knew that they could pump someone's stomach and save them from that sort of thing. And she's actually buried out here. I don't remember her name or know what her name is, but maybe my friend Steve and I will come back out here and talk about some of these graves that are connected to his family history too. But that was pretty interesting, and I wanted to note that on the video too. All right, guys, so we're here to look at the last grave we're going to look at today, and this is the one with a little bit of local lore around it that my friend told me about, and it's pretty interesting. So you can see this is a fieldstone grave here, and it's the only one like it out here at this cemetery. Of course, we've seen similar before in our travels, but this one has a story to go with it. Allegedly, there is a witch buried under here, and these stones were piled on top of her to keep her from rising from the dead. So I thought that was a pretty interesting story, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And I'll let you tell me what you think of that. Of course, there's no marker here, so we don't know who's actually buried here, unfortunately. No name, and it'll just have to go down as a mystery. But I love local lore like that. I think that's really interesting. And I'd love to know more and where that got started at. Or maybe they thought it was true when they put whoever is here in the ground. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed seeing this beautiful old graveyard with me today and visiting the witch's grave right here. Let me know what you think about that story, and I think it's pretty fascinating myself. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video.